Alright, so today we're going to start pulling the motor and tranny out. So what I usually like to do, since I'm going to have to take the wiring out, I'm going to just pull the whole wiring, take the fuse cover off and stuff, take that out, and then unbolt the steering shaft there to kind of give more access and disconnect the fuel lines. So we're going to start doing that and then check them later. Alright, so as you guys can see here, I pretty much have the motor out. Just pretty much literally got to pull it out. Normally I just use like a ratchet strap, the strap side of it, to just tie it. Probably maybe not the safest way, but it's the way I do it. And I have all my tranny wiring undone, ready to come out, along with the passenger side oxygen sensor wiring. And when you do this, if you do this, maybe you should get the cross member out. It kind of makes it a lot easier. I had to tilt the engine like forward and out like that, so that it would clear the firewall, and then the oil pan can clear the cross member. So to make it easier on yourself, you might want to pull out that cross member. And then I undid the steering, and I just took out the wiring complete, like if you were going to do like a swap, just so that I can just transfer this wiring to the 6-liter and then just swap it back in. Don't have to worry about plugging in the sensors once everything's in. Alright guys, so there we have it. The motor 4.8 is out of the truck. There's the aftermath, usually always fluid everywhere, antifreeze, transmission fluid from the lines because the tranny was already pulled. So now we're gonna transfer the wiring to the 6-liter and then just swap the 6-liter in here. Alright guys, so there we have it. The motor's in, just bolted in. I taped the intake port so nothing goes in there. What else? So now pretty much I ended up just putting the motor in because I don't have the bolts for the 4L80 flex plate. Alright, so it's a couple weeks, like 2 weeks later, and I finally got my bolts that I had to order from, I ordered them from Summit Racing. The dealer wants like 10 bucks a bolt. It's kind of crazy for small bolts like that, but I pretty much just ordered them for Summit Racing. I paid like 30, like under 40 bucks shipped for them. They price match with Jags because well, Summit has them for like quite a bit more than Jags, and I just called them and told them that I saw them for cheaper there, and they price match, and there's the part number for them. So if you want to get them, and pretty much the reason you need them is, you see this is the regular length bolt. It doesn't stick out very much, and this is the new ones I bought, so they have enough thread engagement, like I said earlier. Alright guys, so there's the flywheel. It's the flat flywheel, and it has the spacer behind it. You can see it there. So I was looking online, and some people say you put the spacer on the outside, but that doesn't really make sense. So just to verify, you can see this one, I pulled it off a LQ4 that was in the 3500 pickup. And you can see originally it goes which way it goes, because you can see the marks there from the old bolts where the metal's still clean. Alright guys, so there they are, torqued down to 75 foot-pounds. You can do it just by, if you hold the flywheel, you can get enough grip on it to where it doesn't spin, and you can torque them down. Now we're pulling off the neutral safety switch on the 4L80, mainly just because it's easier to pull it off when it's off the truck rather than on the truck. So yeah, we're just pulling this off, and then we're gonna put it into the truck, I guess. Like, I guess you can call it the hard part over with. I'm tightening down the bolts to seat the tranny good with the motor. I'm doing this alone, so it's kind of hard to be pushing it and trying to put a bolt in at the same time while still holding it so it won't move. But for the most part, I guess you can say we're kind of over the peak. It's all just a matter of just bolting everything down now. And then I'm gonna have to fab up the cross member, but we'll see right now how we do that. All right, so here's my modified cross member for the 4L80. In stock form, pretty much the cross member runs like this. This would be, that way would be front of the truck, back of the truck, you know, driver's side, passenger side. In stock form, this plate here kind of is flipped and it's on the front side. I kind of cut a little too deep, so I still need to weld it and fill it in. But pretty much I just cut all the weld off, flipped this around, and moved it, set it back from here to here an inch, and then welded in these little plates here, and then welded it up and grinded it smooth so it'll look kind of like it's a solid piece of metal. So now I'll just paint it and I'll be set. Alright, so here's the video of the cross member installed. Pretty much it's all stock. Like I said, I just cut this piece. Normally this piece here sticks out on the front side, and I just cut out all the welds on it and then flipped it around, moved it back about an inch, and then welded it back in. And then I filled it in with weld and grinded it. Might not be the prettiest, but it'll hold. And that's probably gonna finish the video for today. All I got left to do is I'm gonna try and see if I can get like the shifter, see what I do for a shifter cable linkage, and that's pretty much it. And then the transmission lines here on this side, I'm waiting for my 2500 lines to come in so I can pretty much be a factory line. And then my cover there for the dust cover or whatever for the bottom, and my dry shaft. For sure you're gonna have to modify your dry shaft, get a shorter one, because this tranny sticks out back quite a bit. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching.